Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network. 'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at ubnradio.com.
Live from Sunset Gower Studios, The Amazing Hour with Joanne O'Brien and Sabrina Johnson.
There's a power here within me. There's a strength that's deep inside. If I'm willing to be willing, the field is open wide. And I know I have the courage, so I push my fears aside and allow these words of truth be heard from every mountain high. I am amazing, I am amazing. There's nothing I can't do. I am amazing, I am amazing. And you're amazing too. We share a vision, we share a dream. Are you ready? Slow and steady, we are making history. 'Cause we are amazing.
Wow. Well. Welcome, everyone, to our 21st show. Did you know last week we thought it was 19, but it was really 20.
Wow.
So it's our 21st episode of The Amazing Hour, where we celebrate everyday superstars. We are live in Hollywood at the Sunset Gower Studios at UBN Radio, and we are delighted to be with you. We're more delighted that our special guest actually just walked through the door, because we were getting nervous about that, but we know. Yeah. And so we're so excited to be here. I am Joanne O'Brien.
And I'm Sabrina Johnson.
And here we are celebrating everyday superstars. We can't really hear ourselves in the cans. So
No, we can't.
you can give us a little something in there. That'd
There
be great.
we go.
I mean, the voices in my head are enough.
Yes.
I would like to drown them out with some real voices. So,
Thank
Sabrina.
you, Kurt.
Thanks,
Okay,
Kurt.
thank you. Okay. So, I'm Sabrina Johnson, and we are going to be talking about the amazing highlight. Amazing highlight some weeks is that I don't have lipstick on my teeth. That's sometimes the amazing highlight.
So since she said that, I'm going to add it. So here's a
Okay.
little thing that says, it says lipstick on it.
I do
and
this.
that is my note to let Sabrina know that she's got lipstick on her teeth, so it doesn't stay there on camera for
And
the entire show.
Sometimes they get on my lips, which is really
There you
great.
go.
Anyways, so the amazing highlight, we really have, oh my
God, we're loaded. We're loaded with highlights today.
So I'm just going to do a little blurb and let Joanne take over. But this past Saturday, October 11th, we went to Contagious Optimism. And I think that Kurt has a little visual for you. But we went to this symposium called Contagious Optimism. Think of TED, but think of TED with all wonderful, optimistic, encouraging.
On happiness steroids.
Yes, on happiness steroids.
Yeah.
And someone who I have followed throughout the years. I just absolutely think so highly of her is Kathy Buckley. I followed her show years ago on Sunset, her one-woman show, Don't Buck With Me. She's hard of hearing. She's a comedian. She's amazing. She had us all in tears. We had so many speakers, and we're not even going to talk about them because you're going to see them throughout the next 21st episodes.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a lot of people from Contagious Optimism on the show, and we're going to certainly be a big supporter of the next event, because we think that is an event that should be doubled, tripled in size, and that everyone should know about Contagious Optimism. You know who was there? Tim Harris. We're so excited. Tim Harris is he is the kid who's got Down syndrome and owns his own restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We tried to get him on the show, but he was literally that popular. He was like flying in to do a talk and then flying out at night.
And he gets us on program. He was saying, I'm amazing. Oh, yeah. And we were sitting there. He goes, no, you don't get it. When I say, oh, yeah, you go, oh, yeah. And we had to follow his lead. So we went, oh, yeah, quite a few thousand times, crying with such happiness. It was at the Thousand Oaks Civic Center Auditorium, and it was just wonderful. And I just have to say, the only thing before Joanne has a lot to say is that my amazing highlight is how often people come. There's two things. How often people come up to me and say, your show is so important. And I just cannot thank you for saying that. You're doing good work, important work.
Yes.
And I just thank you. We're doing important, good work. And the other thing is, everybody knows somebody who is amazing, and they're telling us about it. And I'm just overflowed with absolute gratitude for everything.
And for everyone who thinks that we're doing really great work,
yes,
you could sponsor the show.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I gotta go there. You could sponsor the show.
There.
So I have asked and you shall receive. So
Yes.
if you would like to sponsor the show, and we've got some good things coming up. We've got some interesting sponsorship and so I'm going to talk about also stuff that's going on. So the one amazing highlight we both had was Contagious Optimism. This week, if you haven't already tuned in, because we talked about it last week, is the Wake Up Happy with mylivehappy.com. So I think we got a little something there. You might be able to see that. And all week long with the Live Happy movement, and you can go to livehappy.com or mylivehappy.com and join that. You can wake up at 7:30 and have a different speaker each time. And who do we had? Yesterday they had Drew Ramsey. This morning we had the positive portfolio of James Poleski. And then just lots of good people. Discover your happy senses, well-being in the workplace, the happiness makeover, so check it out. So check out Wake Up Happy. We'll talk about it again next week. And then what else? Other good stuff. We talked about I am in a cabaret show. There's like 4 cabaret concerts that are produced by David Galligan, and who's just a delight to work with and super, super creative, very, very kind. And I am in one of them, and it's celebrating the work of Stephen Schwartz, who is one of my all-time favorite composers. So, okay, so I didn't tell you I was going to do this. So here, if you want a little preview, here's how it goes.
Oh, Meadowlark.
No, I'm not doing Meadowlark. Shh.
Oh. I love Meadowlark.
Okay, so here's how it goes. Chaque jour est un jour comme les autres du jour. Le potage, l'ouvrage, peut-être l'amour. Le soleil, il voyage, le monde fait un tour. If you want to know how the song goes, go buy tickets. So, you want to hear how that song? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I'll be doing chanson. I'll be doing Meadowlark. We'll have lots of really cool people
You will
on
be
the
doing
bill.
Meadowlark.
So, so go to I can't read this because I don't have my readers on, but that's okay. Here, well, check it out. You'll see it on there. I'm going to be posting it in different places, and we are sold out for the Saturday night event. My event is Monday, October 27th.
At Vitello's.
At Vitello's, and I know we're going to sell out really soon, so you can go to Brown Paper Bag Tickets and look for what is called the Actors Fund. We'll celebrate. Oh, wow. Look at I can see everything now. We'll celebrate the history of cabaret in an LA concert series. So they're at the Catalina, they're at the Rockwell, they're at the Gardenia, which is the one that sold out, and we'll be at Vitello's.
And
so,
I
so
already
I've got
bought
cabaret.
I
Wake
bought
Up
my
Happy.
ticket, 20% off till tomorrow.
So many goodies, all this
Yes.
great. Okay, and I'm speaking.
Yes.
In Lakewood. I don't have the address, so send me an email. In Lakewood on Sunday, I'm speaking about kindness. So kindness as a spiritual practice. Just be nice to people, damn it. That's all I have to say. There's the talk. Okay. Anything else? I don't know. I'm just so excited about our guest. I want to get myself out of the way and
yes,
and
there
introduce.
is something else that you
There
have.
is?
Yes, on
What
your
did I
on
forget?
your script.
On my script?
Please follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter.
Yes,
We-
yes.
We did good, you guys, from last week. We gave you
Yes.
all an instruction. We got 14 new Twitter followers.
Yes.
We got 2 within that hour. So right now I think we're at 14. If you follow us within the next hour, we will send you something. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it'll be something, and it'll be free. So if in this next hour you follow us on Twitter, you'll be getting a little gift from us. Won't that be nice?
And you'll know because you'll be following them on your
Yes,
iPad.
and I'll tell everybody.
Yes.
So we've got a really full chat room, and oh look who's in the chat room. It's Michelle Pollino.
Oh
my goodness.
God. Oh my God.
I wonder if she's in the studio too.
I wonder if she's in the
Go
studio.
for it. Introduce
Michelle Pollino, Fox News Radio entertainment reporter, stargazer, food taster, fun chaser. Yes, fun is available on Fox News too. And she is a producer, a director, a former UBN radio show host of Pure Pollino, Michelle Pollino.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, what's happening?
We're so excited that you're here.
I'm excited.
And we're excited you made it because I know what traffic was like.
Yeah.
And
It was a nice night, though. It's driving over here from the west side. Today felt like a real, actual fall day because
Yes.
there's a cloud cover.
Yes.
Nights are starting to get darker a little bit earlier. So it was a nice ride. I didn't mind it.
Yes.
I brought a wrap today.
You brought a wrap.
I brought a wrap.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
it was chills.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. So, yeah, it's definitely a welcome change because it was a hot one this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So how's it feel like to be back in this studio? For all of you who are listening, Michelle was here for 6 months and then she got an awesome gig.
Yeah, I did.
Being the entertainment reporter for Fox News Radio.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
And how long have you been at Fox News Radio now?
Since June 2nd.
Since June. Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. So that's right. You left like we started here May 27th.
Right.
And you were gone.
It's already gone.
We got your seat. Thank you for keeping it warm.
I'm like,
and we took it.
outs. Yeah, I didn't. You guys have a nice new backdrop. This is beautiful. We didn't have this.
Oh, wait till you see what's coming.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You don't
Wait
even
till-
know, babe. We got this
Ah.
we got this. We got this
Okay.
covered.
Cool.
But you know, I have to tell you, Michelle, when we were even thinking about coming onto UBN, I was previewing shows and I listened to your show, Pure Pollino, and I said to Joanne, I said, we have to have this woman. First of all, I'm a foodie and you cover food and you really get you had on the woman from Malibu that has the fresh.
Malibu chef. In
Yes.
fact, it's so interesting that you said that because I just watched Roy Choi. He has a new show called Street Food on
Yes.
CNN. Poor CNN. I'm kidding.
Yes.
That was bum. Anyway, yeah, no, he has a new show on, and they were eating. He was talking to Mike D of the Beastie Boys, and they were eating at the Malibu Farm Cafe. And that was one of my last shows. She was tremendous.
Yeah.
A great personality, great chef, and I can't even think of her name. I can remember who she's married to, John Stockwell, the actor. But fantastic food right on the pier, Malibu Farm Cafe.
Oh, here, want me to find her name
yeah,
for you?
yeah.
I can Google it.
yeah.
Look, we both have our laptops
Yes,
out here.
I love that when Michelle came in with her laptop. And, Michelle, I just love that. It's because I belong to a separate club where we meet once a month on
great.
Sunday.
That's great.
And what was so great was that I remember a few years ago when it was a Boulé in Spain when that first opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulé. And I remember that.
Boulé from New York? Boulé? David?
No, Boulé in Spain where he does the
Right. It's
The
Spain
gastronomic-
started the whole gastronomical.
Right.
Spain and France started that whole gastronomical explosion. Which is what? Yeah. Have you guys seen the film with I think it's Helen Mirren?
I haven't.
It came out this summer.
100,000-mile journey.
100.
Or
Yeah, the 100.
No, 100 mile. But anyways, what happened was I remember someone in my club had gotten into that restaurant, and she called her best friend who's in our group at 3 a.m. And it was like, do you know it's 3 a.m.? I don't care.
Doesn't
I went
matter.
to Boulé, and I
Yeah.
had da-da-da-da. And she had to describe everything. And I said,
I would have
these
picked,
are my people.
Yeah. I would have taken the call too because that's kind of incredible. The reason I did that, the reason I started that show was because I couldn't get over what a food town LA was when I hit town a few years ago. I was expecting to come here and eat Mexican and
coming
see-
from Philadelphia, which is, I believe, one of the greatest restaurant towns there is.
Thank you. There is.
And
There-
I love the fact
without-
that we're both from
You're both
from
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, without
I
a
almost
doubt.
bought you a tasty cake, but I couldn't find one. And they're not as good as they used to be.
You know, it's so funny that you said that because I was just there visiting some friends and I had soft pretzels, I had sausage and peppers, I had, cheesesteaks, I had everything but a tasty cake.
Oh.
Butterscotch crimpet. They're on their way.
Oh my gosh.
So when you came here, were you food reporter in Philadelphia as well?
I did a show called the Restaurant Roundup I worked for CBS and NPR and NBC in Philadelphia. I was there for a long time. I was there for a number of years. And I worked for all three of those companies in Philadelphia. And for the CBS station, I did a show called Restaurant Roundup. Wow. And I pretty much it was more restaurant and entertainment focused than it was necessarily food focused. But I don't comment things as a chef. I comment things as a personality who loves food, who gets it, and who understands the business aspect of it too. So I just, and I'm a big foodie, so I always come at it from that perspective. So, and that's what that show is about. And so when I came here to UBN, I was talking to my friend Rachel, who's now doing Blissin' Up on Fridays here at UBN.
Oh, yeah, we got to
Yes.
see that. We got
Yes,
to check
we
out
saw
Listen
that.
Up. That's a great title for a show.
Right,
Yes.
right. And she's doing the show at noon here on UBN.com, so please check it out.
What is
all
Blissin' Up about?
It's about astrology. It's all
it?
astrology driven because
So excited.
Yeah, it's really great because I had those two loves, and I also had an entertainment background, but I came to the station and there was Jasper Cole, there was all these people. Helene was the name of the chef.
I know, I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
so I'm
it's
glad
okay.
someone sent that to you.
There was no food show and there was no astrology show. So I said, let's do that. Because again, I come at things from a perspective of people are already being given entertainment shows. Bob had his show. And they're bringing on lots of entertainment guests. And I'm like, I'll do something a little different.
So food is entertainment for
Food
many
is
many people.
I still do podcasts for Fox. I just did
Michael Ciarollo. I heard that.
Yeah, and
I heard that.
I'm going up to Sonoma.
Are you?
Next weekend to visit his restaurant and
are you going to stop by French Laundry?
no.
No?
Mm-mm. No, it takes months to get in there.
It takes months to get
Oh,
in there.
I'm really good at that. That's my job.
Oh,
Okay, good.
That's my
Then
job.
I'm going to go up there with you.
I'm famous for that.
really?
Yeah, because I'm a secretary. I'm not an assistant. I'm a secretary during the day, and I'm really good at getting reservations. That's my my one talent that is really stellar. You know, I have a stellar talent.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, I didn't know this about her.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yes.
I just went to lunch. Is it Girasol or Girasol? Is it
Whatever.
I don't know.
It's a tomato is a tomato.
Tomatoes,
I don't know.
there you go. Well, I went there on Thursday night, and I had the most outrageous meal ever. It was wonderful, and I think CJ won Top Chef the night before. At least that's what they said to me when we said, "Oh, our chef just won Top Chef last night." So we were already in before reservations are probably not going to be happening for a while because they're going to be booked.
That's the one in Studio City,
Crazy.
right?
Yes.
Studio
Studio
City.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. You know what? Do you have a picture of that salad I had? Okay, I
you
had a
beet
salad.
salad?
Okay. I had just seen someone on Facebook posting, why do women take pictures of their food and post it on
It's
Facebook?
food porn.
Right? And I went, I don't know. I would
Food
never do
porn.
something like that. And then I went to this restaurant.
Why did they genderfy it? I know many men that take the best food porn pictures ever.
Food porn. I never heard of it called food porn, but now I know. So I had this salad. Oh yeah, I think what's up there is the beets and berries. Beets and whipped Soledad goat cheese with leafy herbs and hazelnuts. Oh my God, it was to die for. And then I had market peaches and burrata with crispy lentils. It was crazy. Everything was great.
It sounds really amazing. One of my that's definitely one of my favorite restaurants. In the valley, so to speak. But
the
if you
valley?
go downtown,
Yes. Which one?
Where would you go?
okay, there's two.
Okay, which one?
There's two. I'd say Bestia.
Okay. Yes, I've heard.
Have you
yes.
guys been
No,
there?
but we tried. Reservations are very hard to get for that, but we did try. Yeah.
It's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, Bestia. The cronut. She was somebody in the chat room just said I was introduced to the cronut thanks to me.
Oh, the
yeah.
cronut. Yes,
Oh yeah, that
the
was
cronut.
huge. And I can't believe I'm blanking on Michael Hung's restaurant. Michael Hung's the chef. I'll look it up in a minute. But
Okay, someone in the chat room tell us whose restaurant that is because we have a fun
Yes.
chat room tonight. Lots of
yeah,
people I don't know.
Beth is the cronut. When I first landed, it came here from New York. You know, Dominic Ansel from New York created it. I was like, whatever. Donuts are big out here.
Oh yeah.
Donuts are big out here.
Donuts are big.
And I went to a great place in Santa Monica, and they brought in the cronuts, and I was just floor.
Well, tell what
like
people
a
cronuts
maple,
are for those
a
that
maple,
don't
Tell people what a cronut is.
Cronut
Yeah,
is a
no.
donut croissant hybrid.
Okay.
So you get the flakiness of the croissant, but then you get the
I love
filling of the donut.
I love this
the
description.
chewy, yummy. And then you get the flavors of the donut. Like my favorite was the maple bacon. Believe it or not, I'm
Oh, yeah.
starting to
Yeah,
drool a
the
little
bacon.
bit.
I know.
Yeah.
I can. Like the back of my mouth is
Now, Michelle,
starting
did
to-
you ever get to the Ladies Gunboat Society before it closed?
What's that?
You never heard of that one?
No.
Now, don't
Faith
laugh.
Wait, Faith and Flower is the name of the restaurant.
Faith and Flower, or Faith and Flower,
You have
yeah.
to go down to that. Really, seriously.
No,
Okay,
no,
we're gonna
we,
go.
It's off the charts.
We had our choice between salt. We had a few that because our supper club goes out every so often, and
Right.
we were going to go. And
Oh, you went to Salt? Salt's
no, we were going to go to salt. We had our choice, and I said, because I'm just such a literary person, I said I like the Ladies Gunboat Society for the name, and they
Right.
said, who chooses a restaurant by its name? And it was so great. It was called Flores. Yes, it's in the Sawtell district. And now
Okay.
he's closed, but it's called Flores. And he had like a pop-up restaurant, Ladies Gunboat Society, and it got great reviews, and now it's done.
That's the one thing
Yes.
about LA. The turnover is incredible.
Yes.
Like these things, if they don't hit and hit strong, they're out. There was one donut shop, the Donut Bistro on Santa Monica, that hit and it hit hard because of the craze of donuts and cronuts. And then he just closed.
it.
They
What do you
closed
think
up.
about this phenomenon of lemonade? Because it was like there was one, and now they're everywhere.
She's-
Uh-oh, look at the face. That's
yeah.
a good
Well,
face.
Yeah, well, it's...
No, I only drink Arnold Palmer's. That's just what I do.
But you know the store. You know the shop, Lemonade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
I do.
I'm an Arnold Palmer, too.
I think they're great. I have eaten there a couple of times. I know the owners. I will say that I love the idea of choice
Yes.
because I'm the kind of girl that will pick off of everybody's plate at the table. And whether you like it or not, it's the first thing. Listen, I'm here. I'm Italian. This is how we grew up. We share. I love the diversity of what they have to offer. I love their food. I think it's great. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been?
Oh, yeah, many.
Oh,
Many
yeah.
times.
There's like
they have
3 or
one
4
in Toluca Lake now.
Yeah.
It was just there was one, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere now.
Guess what? I believe it's the same owners. Faith. I'm not sure. I think it's the same group of guys that brought. Well, they're behind the LA Food and Wine Festival,
Okay.
and they're also behind Faith and Flower.
Well, have you been to Pot yet? Because that was our other choice.
No, that's what's his name?
Yes,
Roy
that's
Choi.
Roy Choi. Yeah,
That's
so
Roy
we wanted
Choi.
to go to Pot. But yeah, we have our choice, but I chose by the name. But anyways, what I want to ask you is for Fox, are you going to be doing more chef interviews and restaurant?
Yeah,
kind of
I
stuff?
definitely pitch them. I mean, they have me so busy right now. I have an
How
hour.
many shows do you? How many stories do you do a day? You told us. Which
Uh,
I was amazed.
yeah, I'm kicking out at. I mean, I'm averaging 9 stories a day.
Wow.
That's a lot. I'm tied to my microphone and desk. Like the minute
But you
I
have a
walk
team
in.
working for you to help get this whole, people.
Her team of Michelle and
It's the
Pollino.
team of Michelle and,
And
Pollino.
Pollino.
That's the team.
And you're not a Gemini. I'm sorry.
My moon's in Gemini.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
your
my
moon's in
moon's
Gemini.
So,
Where's
you
your Gemini? You have Gemini, right?
Rising.
Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon.
Yes. And we.
What does that mean?
That means there's 6 people in here.
That means-
So that said,
that means we're
Six
the
people.
we're the witches of West
Yes.
or not West LA, the East Side.
I love that. That makes
which
me
is
happy.
of the Hollywood. Anyway, so I have a question for you. When you seem to be doing a lot of music with the Nashville kind of event.
They have my job is to service the stations, and I got to
Okay.
figure out what they want. And Fox, they have like over 1,000 affiliates across the country. I'm going to the Country Music Awards next month. I'm going.
fun.
I'm
Wow.
flying to Nashville. I'm going in for like 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Stop at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, the Cracker Barrel. You got to say it like that. The Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
I just
They don't really say it's a barrel.
Fine cuisine.
Nothing like
Hey,
string
listen.
beans in a can.
listen. You cannot Cracker Barrel because
Cracker
you know,
Barrel.
when you're on the road, I'll
my
take a
gosh.
Cracker
Are
Barrel
you kidding?
over
Shoney's.
anything
Yeah.
else any day of the week.
I'll take a Cracker Barrel over. What's the one where they microwave all the food?
Every
something
place
apple.
else.
Right.
Every
Something
place else.
Applebee's. Yes.
No,
Everyplace else.
actually, Cracker Barrel is kind of like the top of the line as far as when you're getting off the road. Where's the Cracker Barrel? Because I need that.
And then you get to rest in the rocking chair because the food needs to digest.
Right, and then you go hit all those sweets that they have. Just
Oh God.
anyway, but yes.
So you're gonna be at the Country Music Awards.
I'm going to be at the Country Music Awards. I got an hour-long podcast that I'm doing,
Wow.
which is movie previews and Oscar previews.
Oh, you are going to be doing that. How
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So it's the fall movie previews. So I'm already doing my research. I've gotten a couple of people, somebody from the Oscars I'll be talking to. I'm talking to a really great guy from Rent Track, Paul Degradarian. I can never say his Armenian name. And we'll be talking about what is amazing to me this year. We're going to probably do a nice long segment on this. Women are running the box office more than any other year.
Yeah.
Women have surged as far as financially feeding that box office ticket. And it's normally men that they go for. I mean,
Right.
let's look at the TV demos. It's 18 to 49. They want that core group of men that are spending that money in their 20s and early 30s. But it's women that are making the box office just bust. It was from the beginning with Maleficent to
Right.
right. I'm gonna
right.
name them.
Yes.
Maleficent started it off.
Yes.
Beat Spider-Man hands down.
Yes.
We went into The Fault in Our Stars.
Yes.
Then we took off with Lucy.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Women dominated that as well. So they really came out in surges. Came out again for Gone Girl.
Yes.
Like seriously. And it was not only that, but it was the Midwest women
That's true.
Right.
that really took Gone Girl over the top. 2 weeks in a row. It's really fantastic. So we're going to
I haven't seen Gone Girl yet. Have you?
No.
Now we'll go this week. All right, that'll be
No,
another highlight for us.
no.
But
Yeah.
what's fun is, okay, so let's just backtrack a little bit so people can hear all the great stuff about, because we had a lovely conversation with you. And,
Yes.
you know, you started out, you said you fell into broadcasting.
I did when I was. I didn't. I was in college. I was a psych major.
Where? Where'd you go?
First, I went to a few. Millersville University is where I landed, and I started dating a guy who was on the radio, and he's like, "You've got this voice," and he's like, "You got to be on." I was like, "Whatever. Of course I'll do it. Whatever." So I go on. I have a show, and I'm like, it was almost like I don't even know how to explain it other than it fit like the most perfect fitting gloves or a tailored suit. It was incredible how I just fell into it. It was the most natural thing I could ever think of doing, and I loved it, and I was having fun, and I'm like, people get paid to do this? I didn't understand it. I didn't grow up in a family of entertainers.
Right.
I grew up in a family of engineers. They all work for Boeing and accountants, engineers and accountants. So I had no idea that this was an actual job that I could do. And it literally just took off from there. I ended up transferring to San Diego State. I started studying journalism. I ended up getting a job even before I graduated.
So you didn't graduate college. You
No.
just took the job.
I just took the job. I was like, see ya. I got a great job. I was doing traffic
and then
in San Diego.
And then when we talked to you, this is what really got to me was that you said you felt like you wanted to do something else at one point.
I got bored with it.
Right.
You know, news is an interesting game. You know, getting back into the newsroom, it really is amazing how much I missed it. But after a while, it feels like ambulance chasing. It feels like, okay, how many more interviews can I do? I got it down pat. You know, either give me my own show or I'm going to go and do something different. And that's kind of how I felt. I was at the crossroads. Like, am I going to, because I started doing TV. I started doing, working for NBC in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I was doing weekend anchoring, news anchoring there.
Zinn's Diner.
Zinn's Diner. I don't know.
It's up there on
the
the
only
way.
thing I remember is my place, your place in Lancaster. But
Yep.
yeah, I ended up saying either TV picks me up and we move in that direction, or I will do something different because right now I'm getting bored. And so I actually got a job in TV, but it wasn't in front of the camera. It was behind it. A friend of mine told me about a job doing reality shows because I started doing, obviously I was doing news and writing news and producing news and doing all this kind of stuff as well as weekend anchoring. So somebody told me about a new reality company starting up called Banyan Productions, and they were doing the show called Trading Spaces. I was like, that sounds fun. So they're like, I'll get you in for an interview. So I jumped over there, and then I'm like a steamroller sometimes. I just kind of go until I start thinking about what I'm doing, and I'm like, do I really like this? So I just jumped on the reality train that was pummeling through the industry, and I stayed there for, I guess, 5 or 6 years. And then when I started to realize what I was doing, I'm like, I'm a little bored. So I started doing movies. I jumped on a couple of, I thought about it. And lo and behold, a movie came to town. And there I was on the production team of this movie. And I was like, oh, this is great. This is what I really want to do. And so I started doing movies. And I started producing and directing. And that was all well and good. And that's what brought me out here to Los Angeles. I started producing and directing movies, as well as still producing and directing reality shows. And I had all that on my side when I moved out here. And then the industry slowed. It slowed to such a pace that I started using all my money that I saved up just to exist.
Just to exist.
That's when UBN came along. And I said, well, I think I need to maybe do something to...
So did you seek out UBN, or did they find you and say, hey, you want to come here and do a show?
No, I can't remember what I did. I think I sought it out. I started looking at all the people that have started doing radio shows online. That was the thing that I started to do. And I started...
We did it the opposite way. We just jumped in and then we're like, oh, wow, people do radio shows online like we're starting to do.
Right. And then as soon as I started thinking about that, I applied to a couple jobs online and I started doing news from my home. I worked for Glenn Beck for The Blaze, and I worked for a couple of...
She's not looking at my eyes.
We're
That's
going
to
to
be
talk about this later.
The event after the event.
Yes, this is going to talk
as soon
about
as the
this
cameras
later.
go off, I'm going to be like, spill it.
Well, we're going to talk about
Let me know. I mean, I've worked for every news organization possible. And, I've worked for both, I'd say, left-leaning and right-leaning and all the leanings.
But before you go there, because you have so much to say, when you went to UBN, when you came here, our home ground, what you said was you found out that this was really your gift. Radio is your gift. And
that's important.
I thought
I think the reason I bring up The Blaze was because it was the first job. Hold on.
Is that me or you? I'm like, whose phone's ringing? Mine's right in front of me. You can answer it.
I love this.
If it's Glenn Beck, say answer the phone.
You know what it is? It was the first job that I got back in the industry. And I think that it means a lot to me because I left the industry for 8 years. Yeah. And I literally made one tape after 8 years, sent it in, and boom.
And it was Glenn Beck.
That says
everything.
And I'm back on the air.
Yes.
And yeah, it's like, wow, it's incredible. Because I've known people, I think Bob's one of them, whose biggest desire was really the Bob Show. He really wants to have his own show, and I think he'd be tremendous at it. And but here I am. I just put it out there, and boom, I get it.
And you realize what's
and I did. Yes, I realized
that's the gift, is that you realize it.
Yeah.
The gift is you realize it's a gift.
At 18, I didn't realize it.
No.
At 18, I had no idea how lucky I was to be on the air in San Diego, flying high, learning to fly planes, flying planes.
Exactly, while you're building it.
While I'm like,
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes.
The gift I had been given until I came through the fire. Thank you, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Chaka Khan,
Shaka
Chaka
Khan.
Khan,
Everybody
Chaka
Chaka Khan.
Khan.
Right.
So,
Ah.
so when you did that, when you said that last night when we were talking or whenever it was Sunday night, I love that because I said, not only did you recognize the gift, but you accept it so graciously. And that
I'm a
is
lucky,
really,
lucky girl.
and I love that. That to me is like what this show is about people really recognizing their own amazing talents and gifts.
Well, and you've been able
sharing
to
them.
wrap up what you love to do. Talk about food, entertainment, astrology.
I know, it's great.
Astrology. This
It's
is
great.
great. I
It's
mean, like it's like
I'm a lucky.
Oh my God.
I'm a lucky girl.
You-
I'm a lucky
And
girl.
we're lucky that you're here
How
to
cool
talk
is that?
to us.
Well,
and
wait,
talk
it's
about it.
7:35. We got to do something
talk
fun.
about astrology.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
So this is our time for our caller to call in. All right. So listen, here's the number. You know what? It's right in front of me because I got smart. Grab your pens, everybody. Kurt, you don't have to hold up the mouse pad any longer. I've graduated onto having the numbers right in front of me. So we're gonna have our really fun call in. So write the number down: 323-843-2826. 323-843-2826, because this is now the time for our free giveaway.
It's a cool one.
And the giveaway tonight, and we just can't believe it. And I said I'm
Yes.
going to run out of the room and
I-
call in
I am
myself.
too. No, I'm just going to call from here.
Yeah, exactly. We're
And-
gonna
and I'm just
call
gonna
our
call right
own
here.
show with the answer. So Michelle is going to give us a question, but the prize is an astrology reading.
That's
of
right.
What, your natal chart? Is it? Or the sun,
whatever
what
they
chart?
want. If they want their natal chart, they want the solar return, they want their progress chart. I'll do whatever because right now there's a lot going on in the sky.
There's a lot going on in the sky.
Okay, so what's the number I'm going to call?
I know.
what's
I'm calling.
All right, what's your question? What is your question for our? Oh, we got a lot of people in the chat room tonight, don't we?
Yeah,
More
we
than
do.
ever.
We
It's
do.
because of
I'm
you,
trying to
Michelle
chat.
Pollino. We're so
Michelle
shy.
Pollino,
Plus, we've
thank
been getting
you.
really good at tweeting.
good. You got to.
So, and we're going to take a lesson from you
Wait,
afterwards.
let's correct this. Let's correct this. Joanne's gotten good at tweeting. Thank you.
I do all the social media,
Which
so
is-
I'm happy to take any lessons from
Yes.
anyone who wants to school me. I am
I think,
beginner's mind.
It's I was just talking to somebody in the newsroom today, and we were talking about the difference between old school reporters and new school reporters, and I'll tell you the big difference: social media. I came back in an era where I knew the power of what social media can do. I didn't get comfortable in my position. I wasn't there forever. I didn't get, used to listening to scanners because when I started in news, we would listen to, all the producers would listen to scanners and make calls. Right now, what I do is I go online and I look for, I have my wires, I have my news wires, and I got I got what's called a tweet deck. And if you can see my tweet deck, it'll
A tweet deck. I've
Yeah.
got to write
it
that
says what's
down.
trending.
show me what's
And
trending.
the amazing show's trending first right now.
The amazing,
The amazing
it
show's
is
trending.
in
The amazing,
news
hour,
reality.
the amazing hour. The amazing hour.
That's the reality show of Sabrina's mind.
I'll tell you what, the
The amazing
best-
hour.
But yeah, this is to me, this is like the greatest thing you could ever have is like a tweet deck, because what I do is when my stories come along, I gut check. That's the first thing I do is a gut check. Is this a story that I find interesting? Then, of course, if I like it, then I go and check out a couple of other sources, see what's trending. Usually, I go with my gut anyway because I've learned because I know that I'm gifted, that I've been gifted this. I'm usually, again, like a steamroller. If I have a gut check, I just go with it. And usually, then about an hour later, I start to see the trends. I'll start to see it coming up. I've been way ahead of the curve. In fact, I'm so lucky. My boss said that to me the other day. He's like, "You're getting me on every story every week," and I'm
Oh,
like,
I love that. We're
That's
gonna
good.
we're gonna be following you like there's no tomorrow.
Well-
All right, what's your question? So because I know there's callers out there with they've dialed every number except
Good.
the last one. They
Good,
haven't
good,
hit
good.
dial yet.
Good.
So what is your question?
my question.
You have to give a question and they have to answer the right answer. Remember we talked about this?
Oh.
Make it up.
Okay. What is my question?
Your question could be about astrology. Your question could be about the food industry. It could be about film, what's going on right now. Anything you want that they could Google and know the answer
Or
to.
anything
Because
you
they're all
talked about.
Yeah, or something you talked about tonight.
Yes. Anything about you personally that you talked about tonight.
Okay. What actress? This is great because it's one of the stories I did today. What actress that starred in a TV series in the 90s. And it was I'd say paranormal TV series. Would like to be a part of the latest Ghostbusters reboot, all-female lineup.
Oh my God.
What actress?
Oh my God. That's like, I have to really search this one. And I want to win.
She is
An actress?
no.
Okay.
She's
We have to search.
a redhead.
Oh, okay, a redhead.
She's a redhead. She was recently on NBC's Hannibal. She was on a really big TV
So it's
series.
not Viola Davis.
Nope.
You can't give the answer, Sabrina. Oh my gosh.
She actually was on a Reddit Ask Me Anything. She was on a Reddit Ask Me Anything on Sunday, and one of the questions that somebody addressed her, would you be in the Ghostbusters all-female reboot? She's like, I had no idea there was one. She Googled it, and she's like, oh my God, I want to be in this reboot. I want to be in this,
redhead paranormal type of series from the 90s. From the 90s.
The 90s.
Oh.
So while we're waiting, we're going to ask the fun question.
Oh, yeah, we're going to ask a fun question.
The fun question. While
And
we're
you don't know
trying
the
to-
answer to it because
Yes.
you gave me free reign.
So you get to get. Well,
Yeah.
but why don't we
So-
ask you? What do you think Joanne chose as your
What do you
theme
think
song?
I chose as your theme
Every
song?
time you walked into a room, a theme song played, and actually,
And
it's so.
I didn't
it's
choose-
so-
I'm
and
gonna
I
eat
just
some
have to-
chocolate almonds.
Go
I
have
have
some
to
chocolate
tell you,
almonds.
it's so appropriate because you just said you're ahead of the trend, and Joanne
Go ahead.
picked-
I picked.
This is the dawning of the
Age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
All right, I got another question. You ready?
All right.
What movie was Steve Carell used that song at the end of it?
Was it
Was-
the 40-year virgin?
You are not allowed to
Oh,
give
sorry.
the answer.
I want to
We're
win.
firing her.
Sorry, I want to
I'm
win.
firing
I'm sorry,
her.
but I want to win.
I'm going to buy you a reading with her. I just.
I want to win. Now you know what Joanne has to put up with all
Oh
the
my
time.
God! First of all, thank God it was like something that she could pronounce.
Yes. If I
She
can't,
can't pronounce
it.
any names.
That was the most hilarious version of that song I'd ever seen. Paul Rudd,
so
Steve Carell, so cute. Great.
I want to be Steve Carell's friend. I just do.
You know,
I want to be Steve
Alexander
Carell's friend.
and the horrible, very bad, no good day.
that
Really
Yes.
cute, really cute film. Really cute film.
Yeah, can't wait to go see that. What was the other thing that I just saw? Hector and the Amazing
yes.
Search for Happiness.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Fabulous.
Right.
Fabulous.
That's on
Simon
my
Pegg.
list.
Really, really good. I
Right.
saw a screening of it. Okay, so you got to hear this story. So, okay, I'm outing myself.
Oh, this
I
is
went to
great.
see a
Somebody got it.
Somebody got it?
Somebody got it, but they didn't call in. But that's okay because you did it. If you
got it?
If you did it. Oh, I
Val
was going to
Madden.
say that. Gillian Anderson.
Oh, Gillian
Okay, so Val Madden.
I was going to do
you-
the X-Files. Doo-doo. No, it's not good.
And, all right, so Valerie Madden did not call in. She did it in the chat room, which is completely fine and acceptable. And so you win a reading. Okay, so I have to tell you my silly story of
This is a
going to
great
see.
Hector.
So I go to see Hector because a friend of mine and I, we went to Malibu to a screening of it. It was definitely not a celebrity screening. Right. So we just go there and I said, let's go out there because maybe there'll be some cute single men because I need to get out of my own hood since I'm not meeting any.
You're not going to Hector.
So, well, that was the first clue. So
I'm just gonna be real with you, baby, because we need
I'm
to
gonna
be
call
real.
you next time.
We need to be real. I'll
So
tell you.
I go. I'm with my friend, and these two guys walk into the screening with motorcycle helmets, right? And I'm like, kicking her. I'm like, that guy is hot, and I'm gonna meet him. And I'm like, all right, kicking her. I'm like, all right, like let him sit next to me. And he's not even looking at me. And his friend has looked at me but ignored me. Okay, so I'm like, oh God, this is. So I'm checking him out, and I'm just trying to be cool. And then I said to her, about 10 minutes go by, and I said, I think he's somebody famous. He might be a celebrity.
It was.
So I can't figure out who he is. So a week later, I see a friend of mine posts something of all these gladiators like this. And I'm like,
Oh,
that's
damn.
the guy.
Oh, damn.
It was Gerard Butler.
What? You? Did I just blow your speaker? We were just.
I was like, I'm like, God, I can't
No,
believe
wait,
Gerard-
I can't
he
believe
doesn't
you
know what he
messed that up.
missed.
I can't believe you messed that up.
He missed out on me, Gerard.
Gerard.
We were just talking about, and let me just say, Beth actually said it first. So Beth gets the reading. Beth in the chat room
Oh,
gets the
Beth
reading.
gets the reading. Sorry, Valerie.
So
Okay.
I'll
we
send
were
you. Yeah, we'll
we-
send you a card.
we were just saying what in the newsroom today. The ladies in the newsroom were saying, what actor would buckle your knees if you met him?
Yeah,
What
it's true.
What
It's
actor?
true.
Now I know who for me would.
Who was
Well,
that?
I do know who's buckled my knees, and
Yes.
it wasn't Gerard Butler.
Who was that?
Honestly, I'm embarrassed, but it was Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, I could
He
see
walked
that.
into
I'd
the
be
room.
I
embarrassed.
could see that. No, I could see that.
Honest to
I
God,
know
he
that-
walked
I
into
could
the room
see
at
that.
Four Seasons, and I wasn't expecting to have my knees buckled by Mark
Wow.
Wahlberg. But I was like, oh my God, he's
Yeah, but he's-
so sexy.
I'll tell you who was for
Really?
me when I met him was Rafe Fiennes.
Oh, we got 5
the
minutes.
eyes.
What?
Wow,
The eyes.
really? Is it
5
7:45?
minutes?
5 minutes till the end
Robert
of the
Downey
show?
Jr. for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, and I've met him before,
I saw
and he
him
is
at Color Me
charming.
Mine. I saw him with his son at Color Me Mine.
Oh.
I saw
was
him
so
at
great
a
with his son.
somewhere I can't say.
I think there is just there's something so
There is.
unbelievably
He's charming
magnetic
and nice. Nice,
about him.
nice.
So we have 5 minutes left. Of the
got
whole
He's an
show?
Aries. He's an Aries, by the
Oh,
way.
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Mark
is.
Wahlberg, I believe, is Sagittarius. That's why.
Oh.
Gemini's and Sag.
I'm telling you, and I
like
didn't
fire.
expect it at all.
Yeah.
So we have 5 minutes left of the whole show.
Yeah, we only got
So,
5 minutes
well,
left. What do we have to
I
say?
I have something very important, which I
Okay.
love.
Go.
That you work. You work for Fox.
Right.
Yeah, I do speak English. That you work for Fox, and that you are that you. I loved how you said in our pre-interviews that you said such a wonderful experience to be challenged every day and know that everybody has valid viewpoints.
I love
and
working
that
there.
You really
Yeah,
honor that.
yes,
and
talk
I thought
about
that
that.
was so exceptionally wonderful to hear that I really want to say 5 minutes for this.
Okay. I think
4 minutes because we have to
4
close out the
minutes.
show.
Okay.
I think one of the incredible experiences that Fox brings, and I think it's the reason it's so successful, is that it brings a really different viewpoint. I grew up in this industry. I cut my teeth in this industry. I worked for many stations out there, and I would have to say that most of the people in this industry, in the journalistic industry, do lean to the left, and I think what Fox is doing so incredibly is they are fair and balanced. Their pundits might not be. Their pundits have a viewpoint that would be, many believe is conservative, but you know what? God bless them, and God bless, I think, Fox. We are a diverse community, and until we acknowledge that and understand the beauty in our diversity, understand that we could all have viewpoints that may be different religions, different.
But see, I love listening to you chat about this
Exactly.
without going religion.
Exactly.
And, there's.
I understand that.
That's what I appreciate. I like hearing the dialogue. I'm willing to listen to all sides of anything as long as no one's yelling at me, and I don't feel like I'm going to have to put my gum on the nose and get down to the principal's office because I
No.
had my own thought.
I get it. But sometimes, I think those viewpoints had not had a place to view them for a very long time. So respect that. Respect the fact that, let it all happen, because without our diversity, we are not as strong as we think we are.
Absolutely.
Without that, I think without that balance, and we need that balance. We are never united with that balance. We're a lot stronger on two legs than we are on one.
Yes.
We are.
I would listen to you
Yes.
any day of the week talk about this stuff, Michelle. I would absolutely. So that, and I would love for you to pull out the charts
Yes.
of all of our political leaders and talk about that if you do that
It's
kind
really
of stuff. 'Cause
interesting.
It's very fascinating.
It's really interesting. We have a Leo president right now, and his moon's in Gemini, which is very interesting. Usually a Leo president, very charismatic. I talk about Clinton in this way. I talk about very loved Bush, who was a Cancer with his rising Leo. Very loved, had his heart in the right place.
You mean Junior?
George Jr. I don't
Okay.
talk about George Sr. George Sr. was a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
not very much love.
Okay.
Not 1,000 points of light.
Well, I have to just say, just while you're even talking, one of the things you said that was so great. You said you really bring to the conservative point of view the ability to be a bridge between the conservative and the
I
liberal
love the
and
fact.
deliver it.
I love the fact that this week I did a story on a Mormon feature film.
Which one?
That I'm pretty sure nobody on any other network had picked
which
up.
one?
It was called Meet the Mormons.
Oh,
And
really?
it's a
Okay.
really great documentary
Wow.
that has done so well in 317 theaters. It has made $7,000. You want to know how much Gone Girl made? In
much?
8,000.
I love this.
You see the
Love
difference?
this,
Wow.
There's an audience that needs to be talked to and served, and we need to communicate with each other
I love
in
this.
order for our country to grow.
Michelle,
And
where
I
can
think-
we hear you? When can we hear you?
Well,
Where
I
can
mean,
we hear you?
you can go to Fox News Radio at any time, foxnewsradio.com.
And Pure Pollino.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
is Pure Pollino still on Facebook?
It's still on Facebook, but I don't post there as much. But Twitter, I'm tweeting my
But your tweet is Michelle Fox News, right?
Michelle Fox Entertainment.
Michelle Fox ENT.
Right,
Michelle Fox ENT. So you can tweet you there.
Right.
Or
on Facebook,
Or on
you know.
Facebook. Find her on Facebook. God, we could talk
I
with
could
you
talk
forever. We're going to have you back
forever.
on the show if you want. Because we would
Gemini.
love to have you back on the show.
Geminis love the talk.
But we got to talk about, so next week we've got Cindy Shapiro Wall. Cindy Shapiro is, first of all, she's a friend of mine. I've known her for a really long time. She is an incredible singer. She's a composer. She's a librettist. She's a video game coder. She's a cantor. She's a mom. She's a wife. She is super, super creative. And
just finished Psyche.
She just finished her first production of Psyche, which was a rock opera. I had the pleasure of doing the first reading of that, and oh my god. So she is going to be with us next week. And if you've missed a past show, go onto YouTube. We're having a hard time getting last week's show up on YouTube, but I'll solve that problem eventually.
Vimeo is good too.
Yeah. We like Vimeo. All right, we'll go
you.
for Vimeo. And follow us on Twitter. If you know someone who wants to sponsor our show, we need a sponsor.
Yes.
What else? I think that's
Just
really
thank
it.
you.
Today is Gratitude Tuesdays.
Thank
We want to
you.
say what we're gratitude for. What are you grateful for, Michelle?
I'm grateful for my fantastic job and coworkers at Fox News.
Yay. Okay, wonderful.
I am just grateful for, again, I say this over and over, for this show. I just feel like it's such a learning experience that I am just overflowed with gratitude. Thank you.
I know. I'm grateful for the show. It is. We learn. We have so much fun. We love everybody here at UBN Radio. I am grateful for my blue top tonight that my friend Natalie Seaver designed. There you go. I love Natalie.
You guys look great in blue.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So shout out to Natalie Seaver on 3rd Street next to Jones on 3rd. Shop.
I love that place.
I know. I get a lot of stuff from Seaver. The next show I'll be wearing Seaver. And the last show I was Seaver.
Have you been to Blue Plate Oysterette, by the way, on there?
No.
Go.
No. All right. Okay, so follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Like us everywhere. And
Sponsor us.
And sponsor us. And that's it. We'll see you next
Thank
week here at The
you.
Amazing Hour. Bye.
I am amazing. I am amazing.